Howdy y'all, and welcome back to Lives. I think it's time we play a little 7 Days to Die. Alright, so I am going to be heading out to, I guess, get a new quest since I completely failed my last one. Things did not go well for me last time, unfortunately. I got overwhelmed, eaten by zombies. Didn't really get a chance to oh, look, I still got eaten by zombies. I don't even have my bike. Oh, wow. Wow, my mini bike is so far away. We have to go get my mini bike. I gotta go northwest out here. Slow walking it. So, I didn't get a big chance to watch a whole lot this weekend. We caught the new episode of Lord of the Rings. Or, no, what's it called? The War for Power. Not bad. It's still super slow. I wish they would do something. I feel like that these last few episodes of things have been like this one and the House of Dragons have been really like dragging on without a whole lot happening in them. I don't know how many seasons are planned for House of Dragon. I know that the War of the Rings is, I believe, currently set at 5 seasons. And so I guess for me, I would like them to get to the, but I have no idea what their story is planned out for. I like a good like political intrigue and, you know, massive wars and stuff like that in a story. And so it would be nice for me if they would get to the point where they had some kind of, you know, pushed into that part of this story. But honestly, so far, not really a whole lot's happened. There's some things that are different than what I understand the history to be. And not the history, the lore from Tolkien. And so that's interesting to see things that I expect to happen that aren't happening yet. Because I had read that they weren't allowed to make changes that would stop anything that Tolkien wrote down from coming to pass. And I know they were doing some like time compression stuff. And I was actually just looking over a list on Reddit of differences between the actual lore and the show. And it looks like for the most part, stuff is pretty acceptable by lore standards. There's only a few things that they had listed that don't match the books at all. Problem is there's a lot of books, and the big problem is that Tolkien wrote a lot of contradicting information, I've found out. And so it's really interesting to me that you get like multiple versions of like Galadriel, right? And so some of the things that she does in one book are things that they say something different happened in another book, right? And so it's really interesting because all the talk of Tolkien I've seen over the years talks about, you know, how he made this world and how much it was researched and I swear I heard a zombie, and prepped and you know, how every little thing was planned out, and then come to find out that no, he just kept going back and rewriting things. and so there's like a lot of different versions of things. I know one of the more interesting things to me is like he wrote The Hobbit, right? And The Hobbit's okay. I find it to be a little goofy for my taste. It feels more like a kid's book to me than like Lord of the Rings. But after he wrote The Lord of the Rings and The Lord of the Rings became way more popular, he went back and rewrote The Hobbit. And I don't remember if it was like 5 times or 8 times or what, but he kept going back and rewriting different parts of his books and re-releasing new versions. And so I find that interesting that, even he didn't have a single locked in lore for his world. And so it's and then they've got like different writings that he had done but never fleshed out into a book that they've released, and some of that stuff contradicts other things he wrote, or like they've got a scrap of paper that he wrote some notes on, right? And so there's a lot of stuff like that in Tolkien's works, and so it's, I don't know, it's really interesting to me that all the stuff that I've read about Tolkien, I haven't read a lot. Let me rephrase that. All the stuff that I've read people say about Tolkien, and how angry they were about different versions of his works, from the Lord of the Rings movies to Amazon's series, and then to find out that most of his stuff doesn't even have a single idea of even what main characters were, and so I find that really interesting. I don't know how you get mad at that point when they start combining different versions of the character to get what they need for their show. When not even Tolkien had a solid idea of who Galadriel was, for example. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. Not a lot. It's not spectacular. It definitely suffers from slow pacing, unbelievably slow pacing. And I wish they would pick things up a little faster. Same thing with the House of Dragon. I haven't watched the new episode yet this week, but the fact that I thought the show was supposed to be about a civil war amongst the Targaryens, and I want to say tonight is 5 episodes in. I just have to assume at this point that they're not even going to start the civil war until the end of episode 8, which I assume is their first season. I mean, they've only got 4 episodes left. They're halfway through, and what I thought was going to be civil war has decidedly turned into not civil war at this point. I really thought with spoilers. I really thought with like the brother of the king. I don't remember what anybody's names is. Going off to start his own war and getting one of the other lords of the kingdom to join him in his war that the king said he didn't want. That feels to me like he'd be sitting up for the Civil War, and then they have a time jump in episode 3, I think. And so they've been at it for like 3 years going on fighting this war. And so the king finally sends him a letter, and he's like, hey, if you can't finish this, then I'm going to go ahead. Since you can't finish this, I'm going to go ahead and send you some troops and some ships. and so it is one of the more exciting parts in the show so far. And the brother just storms in onto the islands where the war is taking place, and basically draws out the bad guy that he's fighting, and all his troops, so that because they're hiding in caves, so they can't get to him with like the dragons and stuff. But because he draws them all out, then they can attack with the dragons and the other troops and take him down. And so I thoroughly expected him to set himself up as like king over those territories and start the Civil War, but instead he came back to court and was like yeah, it's over and I'm sorry, and I'm just like, oh, okay, so that's a no on the Civil War then. We're just gonna go with something else. And I don't know. I wish they would do something. They haven't done anything. And I mean, they did fight that little war over the islands, wherever that was at, the Triarchy or whatever they called it. But man, I really, really wish they would get to the point where they would do something. Just do something. There haven't been any like political assassinations. They don't have anybody like spreading messages behind the scenes. They don't have like spies bringing information. None of that. They sit around and they talk and they eat, and I'm just like, okay, maybe we get somebody in here who wants to seize control of the throne. Like, basically we've got a brother angry that nobody likes him, and a daughter who constantly feels like everybody is trying to ignore her. That's the show so far. And so I would really like it if they would move the storyline forward somehow. We've been watching Killing Eve with my sister likes to hang out and on weekends, and we watch stuff. And so we've been watching the Killing Eve series. I'm not a big fan. We're just about to the end of season 4. I don't understand why people are... I know it's pretty popular, and I don't understand why. It drives me crazy with the lack of detail about what's going on in that show. Like, I don't know what the point is. I cannot grasp what I'm supposed to care about. Sure, you've got the main character Eve, and then you've got the assassin Villanelle, something like that. And right, and so they kind of like, they love each other, but they're also like enemies of each other. But the one that drives me the absolute craziest is they constantly talk about the 12, the boogeyman, the 12. We got to beware the 12. Someone's killing members of the 12. We got to watch out for retaliation from the 12. And I don't know what the 12 does. I don't know what their point is. I don't know why we're supposed to be afraid of them. I'm sure they've got access to some assassins, but most of the show deals with like MI6 and the KGB and stuff like that. And so I would expect all this spying and assassination stuff that happens in the show, and it's really not that detailed of assassination or spy stuff. It sounds like it when I'm saying it, but it's really not. But they're constantly talking about the 12, and they never do anything. I've yet to see the 12 actually do something. And then they reveal, spoilers, they reveal in the season I'm watching that the 12 were a group of revolutionaries that some of the main characters were a member of. So we've got people who are hunting the 12 who were members of the 12. but I still don't know what they do. Like, one of them is a professor. Okay. One of them lives in Cuba. Okay. But what is he doing? Why is he feared? Why is everybody supposed to run away from them? Why is Helene, I don't even remember what her job is with the 12. Why is everybody afraid of her? And why is she killing members of the 12 so that she can become a member of the 12? What do they do? I don't know what they do. It's crazy. It's crazy to me that you spend so much time referencing the 12, but we never get to see anything about what the 12 does. And so I don't know about that show, man. It just, I think we're on episode 8. So I assume it goes to 10, maybe. So I will be glad when season 4 is over. I think it's going to have another season yet, so, we'll have to watch it when it comes out. But, man, I just... Like, spoilers for season 2, I think. Season 2 goes, and they've got this crazy computer guy, right? And he gets... they send Villanelle in as a spy, the people that she works for, which is the 12. And so they send her in as like a spy, and the dude takes her to Paris, and they're in Paris, and she's just basically hanging out with him, and they never really explain I think he's got a computer program that lets him pull information out. Like they type in someone's name and then they basically get all the information on them. And so all the organizations obviously want that. And so they send her to hang out with him to try and figure out who he's selling it to. And I mean, like, that's all well and good, but it's not really what Villanelle does. And then they just randomly, all of a sudden, she happens to glance at a computer, and the computer has got videos of the computer guy killing people, women that he's taken to like Paris and stuff with him, just like he's done with Villanelle. And so she kills him. And that's the end of that story. Like, I'm like, it didn't do anything. It didn't go anywhere. Nothing really. This is interesting looking, but weird. And so I don't know why that took most of a season to get through. They had a more interesting season when Villanelle was hanging out with her trainer, her original trainer. But even that wasn't great. And the main character, Eve, I guess technically Villanelle is also a main character, but Eve just seems to be bouncing around as to what she's supposed to be doing. And I don't know, it doesn't feel like I thought that was a zombie. It doesn't feel like they're going to ever get anything done. That's what it feels like. They did kill some main characters, shockingly, this season. I wasn't expecting, but I don't know. I just I wish it would move a little faster as well. I wish I knew why anybody cares about the 12. That would be nice. Why am I supposed to care about the 12? What do they do? And then they're like, oh, you killed one of the 12. Well, they're just going to replace them with another person. To do what? To do what? You haven't explained what the 12 does, just that everybody's afraid of them. I don't know. Whoa, lady. And then we watched some true crime stuff because we like the true crime stuff. And hey, buddy. Did you fall through the ceiling up there? What's going on? Is house falling apart? It's a pretty nice looking house. I'm surprised. Ah, this explains it. It's owned by a doctor. I was trying to remember what we watched. We watched one about a... What was that noise for? We watched one about a woman who okay, we watched this crazy one. What is it called? I can't remember what it's called, but this woman was like in a cult, and so she killed her kids and killed like multiple versions of her husband, or multiple versions. Killed multiple. They killed multiple other people. Just like husbands and stuff like that. It was crazy. True story though. They were like, they had a list of all the people they knew and whether they were people of light or people of dark. And so, like, you know, good guys or bad guys kind of thing. And and then like, I think they were having like her brother was killing people, and then he just like collapsed and died randomly, and I don't know, it was a bizarre story. Spear hunter. I don't spear hunt, sorry. And then the other one we watched was also bizarre. Oh, this just took me back to here. Was oh, okay. I haven't been in here. Was about this kid who shot and killed his father. And it was interesting. Dude, like, basically kept him hidden from everything because he kidnapped him. Both of them were on Netflix. So that was my afternoon, was finishing up those two series. Because, you know, like I said, we enjoy a good true crime drama, and they were both pretty decent, I thought. I mean, horrible things happened, but I liked reading about it. Or reading about it. I liked watching the show about it. And you may have noticed, if you've watched some of my previous stuff, I got a new microphone, so I'm trying this out, see if I like it or not. I noticed that it sounds way different, so I'm still trying to get it situated and figure out what settings I need to use on it, kind of thing. But Dude. You drive me crazy down under there. Wouldn't come out. Okay, where am I supposed to go now? I guess back here. There's a lot of stuff underneath this house. There we go. I feel like I want to make sure that this stuff is all empty before I jump over a set of pipes. I don't know where they go to. Yeah, alright. So this is empty. Tell you what, these tier 4 missions are huge. I like the quick run in and kill a few things to be done. This is like run in and hunt zombies for an hour. Oh, I see. Ooh, I need to use a health pack here pretty quick. Oh. Oh, I'm just about out of health packs. Oh no. Might be time to switch to guns. Keep myself safe. I'm expecting a bunch of zombies to come out when I drop down off one of these times. Y'all dead? Y'all dead. Alright. Alright, well my health has come back up, so I feel a little better. Make sure I don't get killed off trying to complete this quest like last time, unfortunately. Why won't you jump up there? Thank you. Oh. That's right. Well, I don't like that. I don't like it just opening up like that. I don't appreciate it. It's too scary. Who knows what kind of craziness is going on in here? And it looks like a pretty big open area. Oh man, so many things are moving. Nope, I'm gonna die. Oh, maybe not. Woo. That was some good fighting, guy. That was some good fighting. Oh, yeah, I wanted to scrap that. Was that it? It was it. I won. Woo. Yay me. All right. We'll check these boxes and then we'll call it a day. Come on, box. Oh, no. Stubborn box. Come on. We're gonna run out of lockpicks. Take that and that and that. Helmet light schematic, nice. I don't want your sledgehammer. We got a couple electronic boxes and a shotgun messiah. I don't need steel arrowheads. And nope, nothing real good in there. Why is it so green? All right, well, with that, I think... Oh, did I just smash through the window? I think we'll probably call it a day here, so... Be bearing the small things. Oh, there's more stuff. Lean into the light. And I will talk to you later.